Hello, Jess Too Good here. Today we're opening up every LEGO Minifigures series up to Series 18, which releases in April 2018. Alright, so Series 18, and this is a Toy Fair preview pack, which means your boy had to pay a pretty penny. And our first figure is the Rocket Man. I know I called him Rocket Guy, but he's more of the firework guy. A lot of people love this one. I think the molding's just too specific, but it does have some cool printing all around. I do like his face print underneath. That's the best part. Sad that he has no torso print, and it is interesting that with Series 18, they have these orange plates instead of black. So next is Series 2 of Batman, which I did order a box of way back when. It's Clockman, or as he's known in the comics, Clock King, and his two spears represent the hands of a clock, and he does have a special plate, much like the Series 18 ones. I guess that's just what they're starting in 2018. Love this figure for the printing and that nice molded clock, which could be used outside of the setting besides just being the head of Clock King. So our next pack is the Ninjago Movie Series from 2017, which is also the box that I'm using to hold all of these packs. And inside, it seems like the figure we got is the Kpop Girl. Or, sorry, Kpop Girl. I mean, can you blame me? She appeared in the movie for like a second. And the design of this is really cute, though. I do like the little Unikitty cameo, especially on the torso. And we have Series 17, which is actually where we left off the last every minifigure opening. And the figure we got is, oh, the Paradisa guy. I think his name is actually the Retro Businessman or something like that, but he looks like he's straight out of Paradisa or Vice City. It's just amazing. I love this design. Definitely one of my favorites from that series of Series 17. Then we have the Batman Movie Series, Series 1 from January 2017. I think a lot of people are tired of Batman minifigures with the two series, but we have, oh, it's Fairy Batman. And Fairy Batman is so ridiculous. It's not really exactly useful, but I guess the creativity on this one is really one that I like. It's so stupid. We have that face print up front. And then from July 2016, which had a really strange early release, it's Series 16. And inside we have, oh, it's the Ice Princess. Here is not Elsa, and you can see the quality of that torso is terrible. There's actually like a little gap there. I guess that's just a random situation. I don't remember her having this tiara when I first got this series. I don't know, it looks really cool. I do like that tiara. But other than that, very bland minifigure in terms of just, it's not very interesting. Again, it reminds us a lot of Elsa from Frozen. So this is where it gets interesting, because before Series 16, in June 2016, they released this DFB series in Germany and some parts of Europe. Very strange series, the German National Team series. Don't know much of the characters in here, so I'm going to have to research between cuts. So if we remove this little soccer ball, this is Tony Cros, which the design of him is very similar to the other ones because they do have all the same uniforms except their actual team numbers on the back and everything. And my favorite part of him is this Emmett hairpiece. I don't remember if I have this one already, but that Emmett hairpiece in that color is extremely useful. It's a hairpiece that they never reprint or recolor, but they do here, which is great. And it does have this little printed stand. So this is another series with a special stand. And then everywhere else, a month before that, in May 2016, this series officially released, which is Disney Series 1. Hopefully one day we'll get a Series 2, but the figure inside this pack is Maleficent. I still think it's weird how the Disney series had 18 minifigures. It's just such a weird number that was never done again in any of the series. Hopefully if they did do a Series 2, we'd get just 20, which would be better. But she does have a staff and these really interestingly colored capes, which have different colors on like both sides. It's very strange. And from January 2016, it's Series 15. It seems like with each of these numbered series from 15 on, they just get worse by the series. And that was a little bit of a struggle, but we have the Wrestler. I'm not surprised I got the Wrestler because it seems like all the eBay resellers, when they say random pack, it's usually just the Wrestler. I think this one was very undesirable by the masses, so he's like the cheapest one of Series 15. But I liked him decently. I mean, he's okay. He has some nice printing all around, and he does have a cool exclusive hairpiece, which is that little mullet going on there. And one of my favorites, Series 14 from, I think it was fall 2015. Oh man, this is such a cool series because I love Halloween. And we have the Zombie Pirate. Again, another one I'm not surprised about because this is just a very cheap to get one, undesirable, so they probably felt it up and said, hey, random pack, but it's really just rigged. And we have the Simpsons series too, which a lot of people despise the Simpsons series, but I love the Simpsons to death. I wish we got a series 3. And we have Date Night Homer. Again, another rigged one. I mean, the last 3 have all been the most undesirable of each series in terms of eBay prices. Geez, maybe I should just start buying specific packs for ones I even have the complete series for. I still like this figure, though. It's just, I have a lot of him because of the previous openings. And Series 13 from winter 2015, I believe. And then, who's inside? Who's inside? Oh, it's the Goblin. And this one is a really desirable and awesome figure, so I'm glad I got him. I love this design. I have a few of him already, but this is just one of the best collectible minifigures in my opinion, at least in the top 20. I'll give it that. It's an awesome design overall. Series 12, which, let's see who's inside. It's, oh, I think the Warrior Goddess. And honestly, she's a really cool looking figure. I mean, she has some great detailing on the shield, this nice hair kind of helmet combo, and even this like little gold skirt underneath, which you can kind of see just printing all around, even like little sandals. It's a great design, so another great figure in my opinion. And May 2014 had the Simpsons series, which I don't think I was ever as hyped for a series as much as this one. Maybe Disney series came close. And this one has Mr. Burns. Honestly, I think I did pretty good because this was a random minifigure lot from eBay. And Mr. Burns is one of the more higher priced ones because people love his green suit. Of course, I don't resell, but I do have the least Mr. Burns out of the series. I think he's tied with a few other ones, but now that's no longer. I love Blinky the Three-Eyed Fish on there. Great little minifigure headpiece. And I wish his headpiece was a hard plastic. It's actually like a rubber, but I'll take what I could get. It's probably because of his pointy nose. And here is the LEGO Movie Series, which is the first wide release, as in release in all countries, special series, which is quite interesting. And the only LEGO Movie Series to not have 20 minifigures. And it seems like we got Velma Staplebot. I don't really care for the robots of the series, but in my opinion, she's the best of the 3 robots because I love that beehive hairpiece in that color, which was where it was introduced. Also, a very nice kind of clipboard design. Super secret plan, Taco Tuesday. Next up is one of my favorite series, Series 11. Oh man, this is so nostalgic for me, which is crazy because it came out in 2013, but to think that was 5 years ago, like what the heck? And we have the Welder. Remember when I was talking about undesirable minifigures? Yeah, Series 11's is the Welder. It's the most common, he's the most cheap, and you can see his face print underneath. And Series 10, which, oh my gosh, it's Mr. Gold. Now, this is from May 2013. Guaranteed not Mr. Gold. If I had to guess, the Skydiver, because he's like the undesirable one. So, was I right? Oh, okay, the Painter. Alright, I'll take the Painter. I think he's like the 3rd most common. It's the Painter, Tomahawk Warrior, and then the Skydiver. But I don't have too much of the Painter, so I like that. And he's probably my favorite out of those 3 I just listed. Oh yeah, the Mechanic is extremely common as well. Alright, Series 9, which is from winter 2013. I don't think I ever completed this series, so maybe there's going to be a new figure. Oh, I think I don't have the Roller Derby Girl. Yeah, I got to double check my brick set collection because I do not think I have her, so this is awesome, a new figure. But yeah, in general, Series 9 is one of the more uncommon series, so even if I think she's one of the common ones, I think her and the Policeman, she is still more expensive than, say, a common one from Series 10. As for Series 8, which is another series I don't think I completed, I might have specifically ordered one for this packaging. Oh yeah, I did, the Football Player. Yeah, I mean, to be transparent, I did get this one specifically sealed because I've been wanting the Football Player for a while. Love this design, and we never got American football LEGO minifigures, so this is really the only one. Kind of sucks, though, because he doesn't even come with a football. I don't know why they didn't do that. Series 7, I believe I did complete, so this might be a repeat. Let's see. Oh, it's the... Oh, cool. Yeah, the Bagpipe Player. This is actually a lot of people's favorite, and I don't blame them. This is a freaking detailed figure. I think this is my second one. I don't have much of him, so that's kind of cool. Love the torso, the legs with, you could even see some kind of sock printing there. The bagpipe itself is such a cool plastic piece. Even the little hat up here is so freaking detailed. Overall, just a fantastic figure in my opinion. Oops, this actually released after Series 7, but it's Team GB. This is extremely rare. Cost me a lot, but let's open this sucker up. Let's see who I get. Actually, I know who I got, because it is the swimmer. Yeah, this is another one where I paid to know who is inside, because this series is very expensive. So this one, I have not completed this series, and this is the Stealth Swimmer. Love the design of this little cap up here. I think that's the coolest part with the Team GB logo. And other than that, it's very similar to, I think, the Series 7 swimmer. It's basically a recolor like most of the series. And you can see it has the Team GB logo and everything on this plate. And we have Series 6, which very special series to me because this came out right when Just Too Good started, the channel. So let's see. I think I did a video on it too, like finding it at like the LEGO store. And it's the Genie. And he's one of the more common ones. That headdress right there is so freaking nostalgic to me because this is the same one they used, I think, with that Harry Potter set for Quirrell back in the day. Other than that, I like this one a lot when it came out. I like the blue on him. It's a really nice blue coloring. And even the little leg piece was so freaking interesting to me back then. Series 5 from fall 2011. Oh man, I remember this one did not sell well. There was so much clearance of this. And we have, oh, the Gladiator. Yeah, this is one of my favorites of the series, honestly. Series 5 in general is one of my least favorite series, but the design of this one is really cool. I like that little helmet piece. It was just way ahead of its time, and even with the little arm printing, you can see his face print underneath. It's pretty generic. Like, the rest of the figure is kind of bland, but just that helmet piece and the arm printing was so impressive for the time, at least in my own eyes. Alright, just 4 minifigure series left. This is Series 4, which came out when I was in my dark ages, so I have not completed this series yet, in fact. And, ooh, I think this is a new one. It's the Crazy Scientist. I mean, I'm happy I got a new figure, but not one of my favorites, because we actually got a way crazier scientist in Series 14 that was better. And this one looks like the one from Monster Fighters, even though this did come out a year before. Still, interesting figure for that hairpiece. And we have Series 3, which I don't think I completed. I gotta check. It is the Space Villain. Honestly, I know my cousin has this figure. I might not have this figure, so that's cool that I got a new one in here. I think he is one of the more common ones. Love the Blacktron reference on his torso. No back torso printing because this is Series 3. The first series that was $3, interestingly enough. His face print is fine, but I like that trans yellow kind of visor right there. I wish his ray right here was trans yellow. Wouldn't that be cool to get one for that? And for Series 2, I do know who is in this one. And this one was when it used to cost $2 back in fall 2010, I believe. Yeah, I was fumbling around to put that cape on for a long time, and it still looks wrong, so I probably did something wrong there. The reason I got this figure was because back in the day, I did get his face from like a pick-a-brick or build a minifigure at the store. But I never owned the full minifigure, so I was like, might as well say I could own the full minifigure, so that's why I got this one specifically. Love the torso, honestly, looking back, but everything else, I think there's been far superior vampires. Even the one from like the studios in 2002 was better. And for our last pack, Series 1, which I remember back in the day when this came out, this was amazing. And I wasn't in my dark ages yet, like I was from Series 2 to Series 5-ish, and I felt all these up at Toys R Us, so let's see. It is a Spaceman. I find it funny how we got the Spaceman and his alter ego, the Space Villain. But this is interesting because back in the day, they actually did have extra pieces. That's why I got a second visor in here. And that practice stopped in Series 3, which is why the Space Villain didn't have an extra visor. Back then, it was also $2, which is weird how it went from cheaper to more expensive with less pieces, as in no extras. And so here's all 27 of our figures from all 27 LEGO Minifigure Series. So I would like to make whole judgments on each series just based on this random sampling, but that wouldn't be fair because, like I said, this is a random sampling of figures. Some later ones are less detailed than earlier ones, and some earlier ones are less detailed than later ones. It's not fair to judge it just based on what I got in this one video. But I will say this, so you guys know it, LEGO minifigures are my favorite theme of all time. They got an idea, and they really nail it with different properties and different settings and different themes and characters and everything like that. I can't wait to see what the future holds for LEGO Minifigure Series. So I guess I'll see you guys next year with every LEGO Minifigure Series for the first 30 series, unless they have a new special series. And no, I'm not counting that Unikitty blind bag series. And thanks to all my supporters on Patreon, which you guys can check out right now on this on the little screen. Also check out my top 10 worst LEGO Minifigure Series video and my playlist of all the other LEGO Minifigure openings I've done before. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.